And it ain't got the wood.
They in somebody's shit in Seymour. Hey.
You back up when they start shooting. Let me get behind the tree. Let me get behind the tree before they get to shooting. Girl, I don't know, son. I was sitting on my porch about to roll up. I thought I heard church. And then I looked around the corner, girl, go stop me. Whoever it is, they said come out with their hands.
When it comes to what's happening in Wayne County and the North Carolina area, look no further than Taylor House Publishing. If you have a story that needs to be told, please contact us via email at taylorhousepublishing@gmail.com.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What you just saw on that brief video, and I'll play the rest of it later, but what you just saw was the SWAT team, Goldsboro Police Department, at a residence yesterday in Seymour Johnson Homes, which is a housing area off Slocum Street. That sting was to arrest the individual who was suspected of the shooting that cost young Javon Langston his life at Food Lion on June the 7th, 2024. So that's approximately 3 weeks ago. The town was rocked by that incident and the death of the young gentleman. Once again, my heart and condolences goes out to his family. But nevertheless, according to this police report right here that I have, and I'll show you on the screen, that a juvenile was arrested for that murder on yesterday. And the juvenile also was arrested for possession of a stolen firearm as well. Now, as you see from this report, it does not list the name because, of course, the individual is a juvenile. But according to some more information that I received from inside or outside sources, there were approximately 4 or 5 other people who were arrested during that time yesterday on the video that you saw, that were arrested maybe in conjunction with maybe, trying to harbor the young man who did it, or, any connections with, possibly aiding or abetting. I don't know. As you see from this report, there's only one juvenile listed. And shout out to my man, Pooh man. Pooh, you might know him as Devin, the promoter man. He was out there yesterday getting that raw footage for us so we can be aware of what's going on in the community. But, nevertheless, I think that this comes as a form of relief to many members of the community. No doubt the Langston family is, can't say happy, but, they are, they can be a little more, at ease knowing the fact that the individual who was suspected of taking their loved ones' lives is now in custody. And also, I guess while he was arrested, you see right here, he was in possession of a black Stoiger, and I don't even know how to pronounce that. All of you gun enthusiasts may correct me on that, but it's a black Stoiger STR 9mm. And it says, the signature on it, but he was arrested at the location that you saw on the video. Now, also on this report, which I will not show, it does show the names of 2 witnesses. And one of the witnesses actually is an employee at the Food Lion, and another one is listed as another juvenile. And so these witnesses, I guess, they are essential to, bringing justice to this individual case. And I'm pretty sure that they have, may have seen the incident take place, or essential to the state's case to pretty much make sure that justice is served for the family. Now, once again, this happened about 3 weeks ago. It was very, it was a very sad time for the whole town, especially for the Langston family. I think last week they did lay the young man to rest. So they're in the process of healing and still grieving, while still grieving. So I'm pretty sure that this will, kind of, help the healing process, knowing that the young juvenile is in custody. And this, this is the thing, with these happenings, that, a lot of these, incidents are occurring by juvenile. And, there's a scripture that says, in the last days, a man's enemy will be those of his own household, right? And so we look at that and we think of the literal household, like, mom and daddy, sister and brothers. And that may be the case as well, but, I look at it in a broader sense, like the household of, black people, or the community, or the tribes of Judah, as some may want to call us. But, a man's enemy being the members of his own household, or members of their own race. And, hopefully, we can begin to realize that this is not how it is intended to be, with these situations that we continuously see, of young black men, basically, just gunning each other down in the streets. We talked about this last night on my man's Neutral Zone podcast. If y'all go back and check James Swinson out, you can go back and look at that podcast, or I might upload it myself. But we were talking about some of the similar things and what can be done about the violence. And I, pretty much, I'm almost clueless, as what to do. But it's definitely a time to seek God for answers, but also not just to pray, but also to get active in the community, to be, more present. That's what some gentlemen say. We have to be more present in these young men's lives, and be able to intervene in these situations to guide them the right way, to show them, the error of their ways or the consequences of their actions. So there's a lot to be said as far as solutions go, but I think this is, some sort of justice. Like I said, in these matters, there's never any real justice, because once someone loses their life, they can't get it back. So an arrest, while that feels good, but there's no replacing family members. So once again, my condolences go out to the family, not just the Langston family, but all the families who have lost loved ones within this, the past weeks, years, decades, months, all of those, to senseless gun violence. Even the family of the Lewis family that just, experienced death yesterday. So, but thankfully, this is the individual that has been, accused and suspected of this. If it is true that he did this horrible thing, then he will be behind bars. But in the other the other people, I guess, who were helping him, I think they, I'm not sure. Like I said, they don't have all of those names on the arrest sheet right here, but according to some information I received, some other individuals were arrested. But the fact that it is a juvenile, a young man who is not even 18 yet, says a lot, to do, or has a lot to say about our community, especially in the small, close-knit town of Goldsboro, North Carolina. But 919-587-7782 If you have, any information, any stories that you want to share, any clarification of this incident, feel free to call me, or you can email me at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. Peace and blessings.